Hello friends, welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're feeling good by the time you watch this video. By the time this finds you, God bless you. Thank you for your time, your love, your support, your fun and engaging comments. And thank you for hyping up my videos. I've noticed a lot of good hypes. Alright, so welcome to the one-stop Who shop for everything Who related. Check out my pick a card playlists. I have many Who topics. If I didn't cover anything, please let me know. If I didn't cover anything specific that you were looking for, please let me know and I can record that. So check out the playlists. A lot of fun. Have a lot of organized videos in there. Before we get started, I am going to pluck out 2 names from that jar right there, that Granny Witch jar. Let's do that now. Pluck out 2 names. Okay, I have 3. Pluck out 2 names. Okay. First one is Cherry Enchantress. How are you, Cherry Lady? So she also has a channel, and I've been watching her for years. I actually have 2 of her decks. So 2 or 3. And I bless you, friend. May you have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your year. May your videos be sprinkled with more pixie magic dust. And may your family be blessed and protected. The next lovely soul, I'm actually going to link her down below if you want to check her out. The next one here is Empress Red. Empress Red, thank you very much for watching my video, for commenting. Bless you, friends. May this next full moon bring you lots of goodies. Oldies but goodies. Nostalgic, good vibes. And may your money grow and grow and grow. And the last person for today is Nagejengwabo 688. Thank you very much for watching my videos. I hope that you're having a beautiful and enriched journey ahead. Journey full of lessons and blessings. And I thank you for watching and for being part of this community. Alright, so these are the 3 piles. Let's see what fall card I'm going to give to each of you. Pile 1, what's your fall card? Oh, so the topic is, thank you, that would be helpful, right? The topic is, who were you married to in your past life? Who is your future spouse in your past life? We voted for this. Who were you married to in your past life? What's your first fall card for pile 1? What is this? The present moment. That's for you, pile 1. With this little shibby guy, shibby boy. So that's for you, pile 1. Pile 2, what's your fall card? Who were you married in your past life? Pile 2. You have grounding for pile 2. And this little shibby, I forget what his name is. Is that Tamagotchi? Keychain. And pile 3 you have, let's see what your fall card is. Pile 3, your fall card is Hope. Hope. With this little shibby keychain. Alright, so these are your 3 piles. Which one do you feel is drawing you in, pulling you in, calling you in? And when you're ready, I'll see you over at your groups. Timestamps are already linked below by the time you find this video. And if you're wondering what the freak is going on, you got cards, you got keychains, you got names on the table. If you would like me to pull your name, all you have to do is leave a good comment and you'll go in my granny jar. These are the 3 piles that we're going to be holding our messages, that we're going to be diving into. So for this topic, who were you married in your future, in your past? Who was your spouse in your past life? We have 3 piles. Feel free to meditate or pause the video. Collect your thoughts, push them aside, let your intuition shine. Which one do you feel will hold your message? And you can feel free to watch more than one pile. You can watch the full video. You can figure out if your intuition chose the right one that way. Whatever you wish to do. You can do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You can do the randomizer, number randomizer, or whatever suits you best. And when you're ready, timestamps are waiting for you. You can click on the pile for 1, 2, or 3, linked below. And with that said, pile 1, you're first. How are you, pile 1? Welcome to your reading. Welcome to your awesome pile. Thank you very much for your time, your love, your support, for hanging out with us for the next 20 minutes. If you decide to stay that long, I appreciate you so much. Alright, we're in pile 1. Jivy's going to get her groove on. Hopefully she'll move more this when the sun is here. I bless you. If you're looking to see if I pulled your name, I did pluck out 3 names in the intro. Thank you for voting for this topic. We have Mr. Shibby here. Put you right there, somewhere. Right here? No, not right there. Right here? There we go. He's flying over the house. Alright, thank you for being here. Let's dive in. Pile 1. Who were you married in your past life? Who were you married in your past life? Pile 1. Who were you married in your past life? Pile 1. Pile 1. Who were you married in your past life? You have the sun. Oh my goodness. I love that vibe. The sun rays. You have 7 of Swords. In your past life, who were you married to? In your past life, who were you married to? Ace of Swords. In your past life, who were you married to? The Wheel of Fortune. And underneath you have the 5 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune and the 5 of Wands. Go ahead, Jivey, get your groove on. Get your jive on. Alright. You have the Lovers here. Aww. The Lovers. Alright. The Sun. So we got the Leo vibe coming in here. We have more fire over here on the ends. 5 of Wands. You have a lot of air in between. 7 of Swords with the Ace of Swords. Okay. Who are you married to? Please help me. Please help me. Why is the Sun card here for who you were married to in your past life? You have Illumination with the Sun. That's so fun. Fun in the sun. And you got Illumination. So basically getting the same thing here. Alright, so it's interesting because you have present moment and we're talking about a past moment. So I wonder if this is saying that you are you're married to someone who you had a past life with now. So if you're in a relationship now, you guys could have had a past together, a past life together. It could say that whoever you're with now, you also shared a past life with. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Why is the 7 of Swords here for who you were married to in your past life? 7 of Swords. Disguise. What rhymes with disguise? Lies. 7 of Swords. Someone who deceived you. Someone who I'm not, wait, hold on. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Why is the 7 of Swords here for who you married to? Okay. Shield. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so this is not saying that this person lied. For some of you, it could say that, but with this Shield card on top of this, it's telling me that there's another layer here that we have to reveal or unload, unpack. So this is saying that your past relationship, your past life spouse, was someone you had to, hide from the world, from your family, from your friends. Consciousness, you had to hide it from people's awareness. You had to hide it from, I mean, they found out already, Ace of Swords. Consciousness. They were aware. They found out the truth. So in your past life, you were married to someone who maybe your family or your friends didn't approve of. So this could have been a forbidden relationship. You had to hide them. You had to, and I do see lies coming through still, but not on their part. That's what I thought it was at first until we shuffled again. So we have lies here, but I feel like it's both on your part and your person's part combined together. Lying to friends and family that you're not together, lying to friends and family that you're just friends. But they find out anyway. Ace of Swords. You really do try to keep this hidden and disguised with this mask and the umbrella, but it comes to the mind. The conscious is aware of it. That's why I got that consciousness card. People found out the truth. This could have also been like, cheating, some kind of scandal, like, well, I shouldn't say it so harshly like that. Maybe that's what people thought, because those words did come out. Maybe people thought this is a scandal. One of you could have cheated on your significant others while you were dating each other. So there's like lies all across the board, and the light shines here bright because the truth was revealed, unveiled, revealed, no longer concealed, and that's why we're in the Ace of Swords breakthrough, knowledge, insight, clarity. So you or your person, maybe they were already involved with someone else and they had to hide the relationship with you, or you were involved with someone else and you had to hide a relationship from your family and friends. This could also be the energy of like, it was a different time, obviously, right? Clearing, yeah. It was a different time. So back then, if you guys were from different cultures, you and this spouse, the family didn't approve of it. Or if you were from different ages, the family didn't approve of it. Different religions, the family did not approve of it. So there could be anything here, and maybe that's what caused you guys to lie about this relationship and hide it. So clearing, the truth comes out, and it could be like a tower moment that clears everything away. It could be what ended this connection in the past life. Maybe that's why it came to an end. The Wheel of Fortune, you guys, there was a lot of changes between you both, or in this connection. The twist of fate here playing a role here, a chance, karma, changes, endings, cycles. I feel like it's happening again in this it's happening again in this lifetime, where the karmic lesson wasn't learned, and so it could be circling back around in this lifetime for you to learn the lesson and move forward, not repeat the past. Or maybe that's what your person's going through. They're here again to not repeat mistakes, to be in a committed relationship, to not have two partners. Let's see why the Wheel of Fortune is here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Curiosity. Wheel of Fortune, curiosity, and scattered. So Wheel of Fortune. This tells me that this cycle did end, but the lesson wasn't learned, and now we're so curious about each other. We're still barking up the tree. Barking up the tree? We're still barking up, howling at the moon, still wanting to be in each other's lives. We haven't learned the lesson. And so there's a conflict here. Five of Wands. There's a battle. There's a battle, but it's forbidden excitement. It's forbidden. It's like, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm thrilled by it. I'm excited by it. It's forbidden fruit. It makes me want it more. I'm curious about it. So, and then you have crossroads. So you're crossing paths again in this lifetime. Because it's basically saying that it's kind of repeating itself with the wheel and the present moment. Curiosity is here. So you could be, if you're not already, see, coming back home. So now we're going back to what we're talking about, which is what we're, saying, harmless and patterns. Yeah. And then you got preference, which, it goes hand in hand with crossroads too, like making a choice. Choosing right, choosing left. So the appearance is here. All right, so what I'm feeling is that you could be with someone right now who you do have a past life with, your kindred partners. There could be a karmic lesson that you're trying to learn together, but have you learned it yet? We're trying to figure that out. Ace of Swords. And Spirit could be trying to protect you from this and not to repeat the old patterns from your past. And that's what you're trying to figure out what they are. What are those past patterns? What are those mistakes? To make sure I don't repeat those. We don't know yet. It's being disguised. I'm not living in the past. I'm in the present moment. And that's what card we had up there, present moment. So you could be like having those, your person could be having those epiphanies. Like, what? You seem so familiar. I feel like I've known you all my life. Why? Because you probably did. You probably have crossed paths before. And now you're having this, other chance. And we're trying to avoid, mistakes. So if you're in a relationship now, that, the advice is, you have to choose between this person and the other. So does your person. We have to learn those lessons so we don't make mistakes. We can't play two people. We can't see two people because it's going to cause the same ripple effect. It's going to happen again and again and again until you learn the lesson. That could be for you. That could be for them. It could be for the both of you. And if you're not dating anybody else or dating anybody now, this is what could be coming your way. Wheel of Fortune. Crossroads. Preferences. Coming your way. And so just now we know. That's what tarot is so good for us, to see what the energy looks like and the potential outcome. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen that way. And what can we do to avoid these setbacks or these hardships, these lessons, these mistakes, these patterns. What lesson can we learn from this? What can we take away? What can we do differently? So, all right, let's cleanse this energy out. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate the message. Let's move forward to do the Who cards. Tell me about their energy. So you have auto services. So they could have skills when it comes to, fixing automobiles and putting cars back together and roadside assistance even. So you have mortuary services. You could be a grievance counselor. You can work at the funeral home. A groundskeeper, gateskeeper. Writing. You can have good penmanship. Time, divine timing, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune is saying. You guys could be meeting again. It's like it's like divine timing. It's divinely orchestrated. Divine timing and present moment. All right. What's this? 30s. They could be in their 30s, or you are. Anything else coming through for this person? Skillful. Yeah, we talked about that. Maybe they're very good with their hands, or they know how to build a castle, build some Jenga blocks, build a birdhouse, build a home, a tree house, fix a car or two. You have engineer. Yeah, see, look at that. Wow. Engineer, skillful. Agriculture, they know how to cook, they know how to grow their own produce, how to farm, plant those seeds, those crops. Researcher. And that's the curious cat. Curious cat. That could be that Page of Swords. Thirsty for knowledge. The scholar. You have the butcher, more swords. That can be the queen or the king of swords for you. And you got tall. Alright. Underneath you have introvert. Alright, let's see. Let's pull some signs. Some signs. Show me the signs. Show me the signs. Any signs want to come through for this pile? Any signs want to come through? Who's this person to you? Who was this person you were married to? Who was this person you were married to? So I'm getting a lot of like trades, like maybe they worked at a trade, in at the market, trading goods back then, selling corn and carrots and yeah, other produce, writing books, paper, selling leather, you know, making food for the family, for the community, maybe working at the deli, you know, back then, working on the farm, bringing the food, the animal food and the produce food, bringing it to the restaurant and cooking it, or the farm table, or, you know, from farm to table. You have coins here. They could have been good at making that money, saving that money, trading. It says goals. You have the 4th house, home and the roots. They could have built the home from ground up. I'm getting Laura Ingalls energy. Pa Ingalls. Charles, right? That was his name. You have Capricorn. Yeah, hardworking. Look at him. He's he's lifting a basket of produce up the mountain. Yeah, like Pa Ingalls. Ma just gathered all the fruit. She harvested all the vegetables and fruit. And then Pa brings them to the trade center, the market. And they all trade for coins. Cancer is coming out here. Water energy. You have Pisces. Last one. And you have the Eagle. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. And we did talk about clarity. And underneath you have Aries. So you have the Capricorn, the goat, and then you have this fire, the ram, Aries, the goat and the ram. Alright, so these are your signs that are coming through. Okay. That's, what do they look like? Your future spouse. I mean, I'm sorry, your past spouse. Your past life spouse. What do they look like? Your past life spouse. Oh my gosh, seriously? Let's see what this says. Ugh. Loves, astrology. That's funny. I see the stars, the constellations. What do they look like? Your past, your future, your spouse from your past life, your spouse from your past life. What do they look like? Mole. Mole. Water sign. Yeah, we have a Cancer and the Pisces. Okay. Loves tarot. So they could have loved astrology back then. They could have played. They could have like studied the stars and art pieces on paper, like tarot. Tarot's been around for a very long time. So they could have had like cards with images on there like we do now. Braids, casual style, athletic. Yeah, because they had to keep the farm and the home intact, in check, right? They had to be on top of things. Long nails, crooked teeth. Yeah, they didn't have braces back then. Loves working with hands. Yeah, we talked about that. That farmer energy. You know, butchering the animals for the family. You know, make food. Medium hair. Anything else? Vintage style. That makes sense. Same height as you. And last one, rounds face. Wait, one more. Straight teeth. Interesting. So you have crooked teeth and straight teeth. Very interesting. How, you know. Okay, what could have their name be? What could their name have been? And it could also be a name that, you know, might resonate with you in a different way, which means that could be your reading too. All right, what's this person? What was this person's name? The spouse you were married to in another lifetime. Kenny, Kimberly, kazoo. Did they play a kazoo? Roger, Rowan, Keith, Rooster, Roseland, Rosenheim, Fang, Farmer, Grandmother, Father, Grandfather, Dorothy, Gerald, George, Grant, Graham, Dominic, David, Kenneth, Keith, Farm. Yeah, I'm getting more farm energy. Parker, Fred, Miriam, Virgil, Wesley, Weston, Winston, William, Thomas, Teddy. Alright, and blank slate. They wrote with chalk back then. Alright, so let's pull some charms to see more about that person you married. Alright, and I'm going to pull my wedding cards if I can find them. Here they are. So, alright, you have Aquarius. You have I, O. Their name could have just had a lot of vowels. Yeah, they planted their own produce and, yeah, flowers. Yeah, the cactus, C for cactus. CO. Oink. They have a lot of pigs. Question mark here, yeah, with that page of swords. We have this beautiful, they made their own jewelry. They made jewelry to trade. And neon, ions. And you got this quarter. Yeah, more coins. Cyan. That's not how you spell it. Anyway, something about fabric and silk. Alright, let's see what messages want to come through from this future, this spouse of yours from the past. Your past life spouse. Ugh. This says, something tells me you're an important part of my life. Messages from your past life spouse. Messages from your past life spouse. You're my love, my lights, my soulmate. So there was a lot of love back there. See, that's when we talked about soulmate. You guys could be crossing paths today. Like in this decade. If you haven't done so already. To this day, you still give me butterflies. See, till this day. Alright, you have every part of me in every way you choose to. Last one but not least. Your love is intense. I become overwhelmed with longing. See, there was a lot of passion between you guys. You guys loved each other a lot. There was a lot of desire. I'd get on my knees just to serve you. I'm surrendering. You are divinity in motion. So yeah, there's a connection, a strong connection at that. And that's what I leave you with. Pile number 1. Let me know if this made sense. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, friends. Much love. Mwah. Hello, friends. What's up? How are you? Welcome to your number 2. Alright, friends. Get out. Get out of town. Get out of here. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. I don't know, something was telling me to say that. Get out of here. Get out of town. What? Like someone's in shock. Get out of here. Alright, welcome. I'm not trying to shoo you away. That's just a message, a song that came to me. Jivey. Jump and jive. Someone's name could be Jack. We have Jack right there too. And Jack right there. I don't know if you can see him. He's popping in. Is he popping in? There you go. Popping in here. Somewhat. Oh my gosh. Where did my freaking eagle go? Where did my eagle go? Did I just really... Oh my stars. My poor eagle. There we go. Alright, so you chose this fella right here. I'm going to turn his phone upside down though. I don't like him being all sad and depressing. So let's turn him upside down. Alright, so you chose grounding. Thank you, friends. Bless you on your journey. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. The question is, who were you married to in your past life? Who was your spouse in your past life? Who? Pile number 2. New people, no message, new energy. Who were you married to in your past life? Queen of Cups here. Very nice. Very nice, friends. Who were you married to in your past life? You have the 7 of Cups. It came out reversed, but I don't read reversals until I feel I feel like the message is a little off. Who are you married to in your past life? 9 of Pentacles. Alright. Who were you married to in your past life? Tell me why the Queen of Cups is here. Clarify that Queen of Cups. The 5 of Wands. Who were you married to? 7 of Cups. Why 7 of Cups here for who you're married to in your past life? Page of Swords. Okay, who were you married to in your past life? Why is the 9 of Pentacles here? Why? 3 of Swords. Top of the deck, Chariot. And Hierophant. Okay, so for the majors, you got Wheel of Fortune 2. Alright, and the 5 of Cups. Alright, so 3 cards came out from another pile. I'm not going to say, well, you already know which one that is, actually. Alright. So, who were you married to in your past life. Grounding. So you have Taurus, you have Cancer, more water here, you got air down here. Okay. Okay, so you were married, there's a lot of water right there. You were married to somebody who they had a lot of power and authority. First of all, they were wealthy. I'm getting like, yeah, somebody who stood up for what they believed in, stood up for what they were passionate about. They had so many wonderful ideas. They did a lot. They did a lot with their life. They might might have a name somewhere on the record. Like their name could be like on a wall, on a piece of paper, on a yeah, wall, like a in a book, in art. Their name could be famous. Back then, of course, you know, back then. I wouldn't say they're famous. I mean, they could be, but I wouldn't say they're famous today. Like, their old name is famous. What I'm saying is, it's not like a name that everybody would know today. But back then, their name could have been well known, you know, like the mayor of the small town, or a judge of the small town, or something like that. This is somebody who was very brave, and they didn't give up without a fight. They either educated people, Page of Swords, the Hierophant. They had to deal with a lot of different personalities. They could have been a doctor or a teacher, a healer, revolutionist. They could have, I don't know, they had like people following their lead or following their vision. Queen of Cups, visionary. Seven of Cups. They could have had people following their lead, following their visions, like their philosophies. This is a very respectful or respected person. Grounded energy. They could have been an earth sign, Taurus, Hierophant, grounding. Yeah, strong earth right there. Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who I feel they could have been single for a very, very long time, and in your past life you guys were married, but but there's a but. I don't know if you guys had to live separately, or you were only married for a short time. Maybe you got married when you were older. This could tell me that you guys were married at an older age. So, but it was brief. Yeah, I feel singlehood, Nine of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. This marriage was complicated. There were other people in the way. There's a conflict, a delay, but of course we had the Chariot overcoming those challenges and obstacles and delays and hiccups. But I don't know if their work pulled them in another direction. Their line of work was so important to others, and so they were needed by many, and that maybe pulled their attention away from the marriage, and that broke someone's heart. It broke their heart too. They couldn't give too much to this connection because it was difficult. it was difficult. Back then, it was more difficult. Whereas today, we can be in different places with the, you know, with our easy tools. We can be on Zoom call with our phones. We can be on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok live and YouTube all in one place. We can be at different places all by the touch of our keypads, our keyboards, our touch screens, you know. But back then, this person had to physically travel to do the work here and there. There was no phone. Of course, there was no phones. There was no faxing documents. Do we do that still these days? There was no Zoom calls, you know. So their work was even much harder to reach different people. Thank you for the message. Let's move on. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about their energy, about who they were. Spirit wants me to use these cards. Oh, you got it. Tell me more about who they were. And this person just wanted to keep going and going and doing more, and that could have put a wedge in the relationship. Like, you know, romance was dying out because this person was just too busy with helping others and grounding others, helping others feel stable and grounded, and they had so many ideas and distractions, and so you have patterns. They had a routine, dialogue. They had to talk to many people. They had to help many people. You have a magician, so they made things happen. They manifested. Their work that they did was from the heart space. They loved what they did. They were able to manifest faster through this act, or, you know, putting their passion into their work, making money from it. They probably didn't make that much money. It's not the King of Pentacles, but they were happy with whatever they could make. It was more about the purpose instead of the profits. We have a date and abundance. So they try to keep this, okay, in disguise. Okay. Excitement. They try to keep this relationship going. They try to keep it very open and, you know, romantic, but they still were so busy, pulled in different directions. People could have, I don't know if this was a president, no, like a mayor or a senate or a governor or a judge or something like that, a rabbi, a priest, a father, a reverend, you know, needed by many, helping others, so many people. The Hierophant, teaching, helping people, maybe helping people with their relationships. Let's see what signs come through. The signs. Signs. What signs want to come through? Who were you married to in your past life? Who were you married to in your past life? What is that? Agriculture. With the Nine of Pentacles. Grapes. Who were you married to in your past life? Oh my gosh, you have Pisces. You got that water right there, Queen of Cups. 4th house, roots. The 12th house, escape. This is an area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause of power. So yeah, this person had a purpose. 2nd house, assets, finances, and the things that you value. I don't think they made a lot of money. I think that they were just happy having a purpose and, you know, being able to do that morning, noon, and night, and still be able to provide for, you know, themselves and family. Aries is coming out, ambitious, leader, spontaneous, intense action, impulsive. Chiron, healing power. I think this person was here to heal. And where the cosmos grant wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. Very social. They had to please many, cater to many. Your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. See that purpose And meanwhile, the kids are like, where's dad? Where's mom? Cancer, emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. So yeah, where's dad? Where's mom? See more water coming through. Cancer, Pisces. When's dad gonna come home? Oh, he's busy leading the town, leading the world. He's busy healing people, and he's busy, you know, being a doctor. You know, that's the energy I'm feeling. Okay, let's see what they could have looked like. So someone taking care of the family and the pets and the farm. Not really a farm. Well, it could be. While the other parent is making big moves and changing the town and helping and leading and advising and all that stuff. All right, let's see. Braids. 2 different eye colors. Highlights. Laid back and chill. Really? I don't know. This person was quite busy. Crafty and creative. Sporty style. Loves reading. Messy home. I'm getting King of Swords too. Curly hair. Brown hair. Chatty Cathy. Yeah, they talked a lot. Blonde hair. So their hair was of significance here. It's very like it's very I don't know. You have braids, blonde hair, brown hair, curly hair. So biracial and curvy body. So just take one or two cards. You know, collective reading we are in, and needs freak. We're in a collective reading, which means that it's not tailored to you or you or you or you or you. It can be the potent energy of the collective that we're picking up on, and it's up to you to figure out which part is yours and leave the rest. That's what I do. I dissect the readings. I'm like, oh, this part is for me. And then 10 minutes later, that part's for me. And then there we go. There's my reading. All right. They could have taken care of the house. Maybe they had customers come to the house. Like if they were a priest, maybe, you know, clients from the church were coming to the house for, you know, Bible study or for advice or for counseling. Maybe they could have worked from home, and maybe that's why we have the agriculture and the roots, the home, the house, the baby. You know, someone working from home, people coming to the home for services, and meanwhile the baby is running around. The babies are running around. The farm animals were running around. Matthew, Mateo, Matthias, McDonald, had a farm. Bo, Curly, Larry, Boz, Samuel, Satchel, Edwin, Ernie, Ernest, Chuck, Christopher, Christina, Henry, Helen, Hogarth, Forrest, Field, Bailey, Brody, Booze, Books, and Booze. Alright. Mathers. Okay, that's what I got from that. Let me pull some charms and see what the charms have to say. What they have to say about this today. So yeah, I feel like this is the energy of like someone who couldn't help but be so busy. They love their work. They got lost in it, and maybe the relationship kind of like became, you know, dry and one-sided, you know, giving to everybody else, but the relationship was deprived or lacking. You have these two children. You could have children together. Yeah, that's what I was picking up on. You got pearls, so gifts, gift giving. Sorry for working over late. Here's a gift. I'm sorry, overtime. Watermelon. So you have your own fruits in your backyard. Refreshments. You have Aquarius. I was getting King of Swords. Did I say that out loud? King of Air. K, Air. So like, yeah. 5 Hierophant. G, grandmothers. The grandparents could have helped raise the children. Helped you raise or helped them raise the children. Turquoise. Somebody was sick. Turquoise. I'm sorry. Topaz. November. Birthstone. Topaz. Butterfly. There was a life change here. Someone got sick. They were ill. Always ill. Battery. Someone needed a pacemaker. Or there's heart issues. 4 of Hearts. It was a household of 4 cups. There's a lot of boredom waiting for the husband or the wife to be done with work. Cross. Again, see, maybe somebody was a rabbi or a priest or a reverend or pastor. You have the Hierophant. You have X here. And you have history with this dinosaur. So, history repeating itself. This definitely was a past connection that you shared. If this resonates with you, you got that past card right there. Alright, let's see what wedding messages want to come through. Wedding messages. Let's see what the love life was like by hearing those words. How to, what was the love like when it was good, when it wasn't busy or when there was no distractions. I'm addicted to your scent, your touch, your spice. Aww. So there was passion. So right before the children, right before this person got popular, there was romance and passion. Are you going to continue to deny me? Oh, and then it changed. Shall we agree on this? It was altercations, conflicts. To this day, you still give me butterflies, and I did see butterfly right there. The wooden butterfly wood. Somebody could have had a wooden leg or something wood, a wooden cane. I believe we both crave the same things, perhaps in different ways. Being obsessed with you may cost me greatly. So this person could have been obsessed with work. The best part is seeing you comfortable and happy. Alright, last one. We are on the same page, my dear. Alright, this is what I have. Let me know if this made sense, and I'll catch you in the next video. Kisses and hugs. Hello, pile number 3. Let's change the number for the 3. Alright, what's good? What's good? How are you? Welcome. What's going on? Bless you, friends. We have a beautiful reading. Let's get some good messages for you. New people, new messages. Alright, thank you for being here. You chose that cute little shibby with the red hair. You chose hope. Hope. And let's see who you were married to in your past life. Pile 3. Pile 3. Who were you married to in your past life? Pile 3. Alright, thank you for voting for this. Star. Star is here. Oh, you got the hope. You got the star. And the star is about hope, dreams, renewal, healing, wish fulfillment, positivity, optimism. You have the 6 of Wands. Who were you married to in your past life? I'm already feeling a different vibe with this. Yeah, King of Wands. Who were you married to in another life, in your past life? The Hermit. I already feel differently about this. Alright. Nice. You have strength. You have 9 of Cups, the Dev, and the 10 of Cups. Okay, okie dokies, artichokes. Underneath you have the 3 of Wands, King of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. Okay. Alright, let's dive into this. I do want to see that hope word. That word looks so good. That word, it's like with the sun shining through. I love it. I love it for this pile. And the strength card with this lion and his maiden. You have the 3 of Wands. Okay, Jivey, let's get a groove on. Alright, bless you. Alright, let's pull these cards. So you got the Star here. 6 of Wands, the King of Wands. Alright, your past, your spouse from your past was a leader, was a hard worker. They made stuff happen. People looked up to them. This person went through a lot. Family oriented. Could have had a lot of children with them. Happy with their life. Hopeful. Creative. I'm getting majestic. I don't know, majestic. This person was looked up to, respected, called upon. They had a, I don't know, they did something grand. They could have came up with the cure. They could have, I see that King of Wands, King of Fire, and the Lion King right there. Strength, King of Fire. Then we have the Dev here. Scattered. Alright, so this person was wanted by many, spoiled by many, shadows. So we have the Dev and the shadows. Originality. Okay. Okay. Adventure. Adventure and habits. Alright, so I'm getting like this, and you have red hair, fire in the hair, fiery hair, the fiery hair here with the lion, King of Wands. Courage, more strength. Alright, transformation, grounding, preparation, and magic. Yeah, like King of Wands, fidelity. Oh, upside down. That's where I was going with this, and I was trying to like figure out how to word it so that it wouldn't come across so like devious or discriminating. Is that the word I want to use? Okay, so I felt like this person could have had a double life. I'm trying to figure out if they were living a double life with you, or are we blending two lifetimes? I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Alright, so I'm going to have to split this up in two different scenarios. Yes, scattered. Okay, so we got to... there's different scenarios. I feel two strong ones. The first one is this person, very attractive. They were very popular. People wanted to be around them all the time. I'm not sure if it was for work. I don't see pentacles, so I think it was more socially. I see these coconuts, these wine glasses. There's Dev here, lusty, addiction. I don't know if this person drank. So on one side we have someone who is very social and they had a reputation on them. They had lots of friends, a lot of parties perhaps, and then at the end of the day, yeah, they were socializing a lot, scattered. They were socializing with too many people. No, I can't say too many. That's more of an opinion, right? No, they were very sociable, socializing with a lot, and then they come home and they put on a different facade, a different face. They're the same person, just different face. You see he's stripped here. Where's the meat on his bones? Which one am I going to put on when I come home? Which face am I going to put on? Let me put my wedding ring on, perhaps. King of Wands, yeah, highly attractive, highly sought out, a lot of attention. Let me see what words come out as I say. Yeah, King of the Castle. High pride, pride of the Pride Lands. Very prideful, King of the Pride Lands. Everybody wants to be his queen. All the lionesses wanted to be the queen. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Even the cat wanted to sleep with the dog, you know, attracting all types of breeds. And I'm just kidding. Just being attractive to everybody, to the same genders, to the opposite genders. And then they come home to their partner, which is maybe your past life self, and it's a different story. We're grounded, we're authentic, we can be ourselves. Three of Wands. We're waiting for beautiful things to happen in our relationship, and Ten of Cups, and we're living a beautiful life. But meanwhile, there's shadows here. There's hidden activities that this person did throughout the day or throughout their month, their years, and this energy is like not knowing about it. Well, now you know. Now you know what your past spouse was up to. That's one scenario. The other scenario is your person, your past life spouse their attention was being pulled in different directions, wanted by many, tempted by many, yeah, a lot of temptations, but they practice self-control, self-discipline, Lion, and they come home to you, Ten of Cups, and they don't tell you what goes on because they don't want to worry you. Transformation is here though, so they could have eventually spilled the beans, revealed the secrets. Beekeeper, bookkeeper, they could have been. Keeping the books, lies, keeping it real. Yeah, they could have kept it real with you. Yeah, they gave you the lowdown on what their life was about here, who they had to entertain or who they had to deal with here at the workplace or in their family or their friendship circle. So they could come clean to you, keep it real with you on the lowdown on what happens. And because you are very confident and patient, you could have just accepted this as long as there were rules in place and boundaries and trust and faith. So, okay, so that's what I'm getting for another part of you. Your person told you about how they were tempted by people in their friendship circle, and you were trustworthy, and they were trustworthy. You trusted that they wouldn't commit adultery in this relationship, and you would know when they lied to you. You would know, so they didn't even try it. But there was a lot of temptations here, where there was, you know, close calls is what I'm feeling, what I'm picking up on. You guys could have grown old together too. And that's why you guys trust each other, or that you trusted them so much, because you knew them for such a long time. You knew if there would be any, you know, deceit, you would pick up on it. This person was well groomed because of who they had to socialize with. This is pressure. There was a lot of pressure here. They needed to socialize. They had a reputation to upkeep. They had to keep something up. Yeah, so something about social, I don't know, the status quo and the society, something about a society and social, something social. I don't know, they had either, so I saw abundance somewhere. So maybe their family was wealthy and they had to keep up their reputation. And so everybody wanted them, and there was temptations, but they would come home and tell you about it. So their name could be, you know, bookkeeper, beekeeper, bee, wealth, honey. Their family could have been rich by selling honey. They're selling books, well-groomed, energy, Rory, Romania, roosters, horse. They could have sold horses. They could have bet on horses, gambled on horses in the past. Jot. Keeping something on a record keeping. There was some kind of record keeping. Taxes. Maybe that's what it was called back then, record keeping. Now it's called taxes or auditing. I don't know. I'm just channeling those things. Frothy, Frauman, society. They belonged to some kind of group, a social group, and they were in hierarchy. There something about hierarchy, rich, and they had to keep up with the pumpkin smashigans, and then they come home and tell you all about it. You knew their authentic selves, so you weren't worried too much, but at the same time, everybody wanted your person, and that made you feel uncomfortable, even though there was trust. And maybe you guys got into arguments, and this person had to keep reassuring you that you could trust them. Courage. It took a lot of courage to come clean to you, because I think you would have been someone who would be like, see ya. I have my own money over here, thank you very much. And the alimony. I have my own money from all the days that I worked, all the years that I worked, and I'm getting alimony from you for your divorce. So, yeah. So you have vulnerable. I don't see children. Let me see, 10 of Cups. It is family life. Maybe your children were much older at this point when this was happening. Boss. Yeah, this reputation, you know, like owning part of the company. Cartomancy. Elemental Witch. Repairman. White Witch. So you have Temperance, Alchemy, Manipulation. Maybe they did some things in the workplace that they weren't good enough. They did something with their social elites or their groups, their clubs. Foreman, they were in a group of a class of people, and they had to maybe lie and manipulate to be on top. even though they are coming in as someone very genuine, maybe towards you, but when it came to the people that they had to work for or work with, maybe it's a family type of thing, they had to, you know, maybe do some things that they're not proud of. So you have vulnerability. You have yearning. I fulfill my heart's desires. Maybe they were a workaholic. You have the dev, the boss. I'm getting Capricorn ×2. So maybe they were so busy with work or so busy, yeah, corporate office, so busy. You know, I didn't pick up on the work before, which makes me feel like it started off as like maybe a family type of thing. And then further down the line, the kids are older and now they're making money with this corporation, this maybe gambling or I don't know. It turns into money eventually. Journalist, fireman, finance. See, something about money. It turns into money eventually. It didn't start out that way. You have master of wealth and money, finances, investments, management. See, I'm getting bookkeeping. So it didn't, that's funny. It didn't start out as money. I mean, it didn't start out as like something work related. So they're not really putting work. They didn't put work into this. They could have just gambled, or maybe there was some deceit, some stealing or something. Family stealing, part of a group. You know, I'm not going to say what kind of group, but yeah, there's a lot of people here, see? Employees. And maybe they got in trouble for it. Maybe that's why the shadows are here. You had the dev, you had the criminal. So maybe they got in trouble for it too. And maybe they learned the lesson. Architect, full body. See, supervision. So I got finance, supervision, the blueprints, the corporate. So it could have been like, you know, keeping records, keeping books, keeping secrets, something keeping. I got beekeeping too. Pet services and tall. And you got vendor. Yeah, so selling maybe. Gambling. They got in trouble for it perhaps. Alright. Any signs want to come through? What signs want to come through for this pile number 3? Signs. What signs coming through? Owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. So there can be an air sign. We did get the king. Was it the air? I forget. Luck. That's giving me that Fool energy. It's also giving me Wheel of Fortune. We have Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. Aquarius, yeah, more air. There you go. And Libra, more air. So justice definitely nipped them in the butt. You could have kept them straight. You could have kept them genuine and honest and authentic, because you did get the authentic card on this side when they came home to you. And then when they went out into the world, like the owl, it's survival of the fittest. They had to do whatever they could to survive. To please people, to come out on top, to, you know, live, to have their reputation preceding them, you know, to please others, to not get into fight with others, a crew. Anyway, you have Justice, Transgressor of Justice, Libra, Aquarius, King of Swords. I'm getting King of Swords. I'm getting Justice here, and Justice is here too. So they could have learned the lesson and closed out that chapter. Wheel of Fortune. Ended those cycles. So they learned their lessons in the past. Okay, good. So they learned the lesson. Your person that you were married to learned their lesson the hard way. They could have lost you at the end. Like, maybe you didn't settle for that stuff anymore. Not saying you were settling. I think you were just, like, being very understanding. And you were like, as long as you don't bring that ish home, we're good. But maybe eventually you grew out of this. I can see you growing out of this, or you grew out of this. I can see it. The children were already grown up if you had any. I think you did. You have the pet here and you had the dog in that Ten of Cups card. So I think you grew out of this. You grew your children up and maybe you just were like, the love is not here anymore. Let me go be single. But it was fun while it lasted. Alright, let's see what Chime's going to say. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. Okay, I bet you this is an air sign. This is an air sign. Oh, it says death. Oh, death, Scorpio. So no air right there. So something came to a halt, a change, okay? So you have 4 of Cups. Yeah, you became bored with this setup, this routine. 4 Wands. You were bored with your marriage. You exit the scene, but you were much older, so you gave it your best. Dime. You took your pentacles and you were like, okay, see ya. Like I said, I'm going to take my money that I earned when I was working, and I'm going to take the alimony that's due to me. Like I said, isn't that what I said? You have 8 strength. Wow, number 8's infinity. It's like behind a strong man is a strong woman or a strong man. Behind a strong woman is a strong woman or a strong man. But after a certain point, I think you were tired of standing behind someone who was strong. You wanted to be your own strength, your own support system. You didn't need this person anymore. I think you grew out of them. Children, yeah, but I feel like they're grown up. Way grown up. Wait, I think those are grandchildren. I don't feel like there's a babies that you left with. I feel this is like older energy. You got the Hierophant. Oh, son of a gun. Really? Star. So Taurus coming through. The Daisy, Rainbow, Lucky Charm, Rainbow, Leprechauns. Getting that, 4-leaf clover, Wheel of Fortune, rainbows, and pot of golds. So you were very wealthy and set off. You were very, very, yeah. You were determined to leave the scene. You have JD, JT, DJ. Those can be, important to some of you. This park, one-way ticket out of here, and this third triangle. So you were aware of the third party or the other people, or it could have been that the work or the friends, the family, the temptations were getting in this marriage, and you wanted out. But you were very happy, though. Don't get that twisted. You were very happy when you were happy, and then you didn't feel happy anymore, and then that's when you removed yourself. And this person has question marks like, what? Why? I thought I can buy you everything with all the money I had, but that's not what you wanted. Thank you for the money, I'll take that, but I have my own, thank you very much. Dime, I'll take my dime, thank you very much, but you wanted something better for yourself. Alright, so wedding messages. These can be like very lovey, sappy, romantic, sensual. So we'll see what comes through. Messages from your partner to you, your past partner. I want to make love to you until every fear has melted away. So when they came home, maybe they were like so, they were high on adrenaline from what they did that day. I don't know if they had to do something they weren't proud of. I don't know. Illegal gambling, I don't know. Stealing, manipulating, controlling, abusing power. And they come home to you, and you were their comfort, their safe haven, their safe space. From day one, I knew I'd commit to you. So you guys, he could have known, he or she could have known that you were the one from the beginning, from the jump. You are a divinity in motion. So you felt like home to them, is what this is saying. Like spiritual home. Will you admit your feelings? You could have been very closed off, not wanting to be mushy-gushy with them, Maybe because you knew what they were doing. They were being so honest with you. Aquarius, the Libra. Honesty, balance, fairness. And they had to learn a hard lesson. Maybe you bailed them out in this past life. I wish to kiss your divine lips. Please tell me, do you prefer north or south? Whoa. The heck? Okay. I will inspire you and boost you up. Maybe that's what you did for them, and that's what they did for you. We are 2 candles melting in one divine flame. I barely know you yet. I foolishly have a strong admiration towards you. And in case you forgot, I trust you with all my heart. Maybe, yeah, they trusted you, but you maybe couldn't trust them. Alright, that's what I have. Let me know if this resonated at all. And I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, friends. Bye-bye. Thank you for voting.